And well, I'm just surprised that some of the people are not ready to listen. That they demonstrated that they don't want to listen, and therefore they decided to leave the hall. That's a slightly surprising behavior.
When we listened to the President of the Czech Republic, he made a speech that was in some ways almost platitudinous. He made the very banal and unarguable point that governments are better when there is an opposition, and that we should tolerate other points of view. And what was the reaction of this chamber when he said that we should tolerate other points of view? People in the PES and the EPP group turned their backs and walked out. Not only will they not respond to alternative points of view, they can't even bear to listen to them. What neater example could you have of this House's attitude towards the electorates out there?
The first time in 10 years here that after a main speech from the front of the chamber that I've been able to stand up and cheer loudly. Yep, it was the visit of President Vaclav Klaus from the Czech Republic. And he stood up today and he told it exactly how it is. He made it clear that this European project had become something whereby those involved only recognised the status quo, refused to accept that there could be any other ideas allowed, and that they weren't listening to what the people of Europe were saying. Well, at this very point, the British Labour Party got up and walked out of the chamber. The irony of that wasn't lost on me. But he also went on to say that if the European Union continues to go down the route that it is, that it will begin to resemble the Soviet Union that his own country had suffered under for so many years. So it really was very bold stuff. Afterwards there was a lunch, and the group leaders were invited to lunch with the President, and at one point during the lunch I heard the President of this Parliament, Hans-Gert Pöttering, say to him, he said, "Mr. President, your prejudices do not live up to your intellectual ability." I mean, that is just how arrogant, that is just how disbelieving these people are, that there is any possible alternative view. In fact, what it did was to validate the very speech that President Klaus had given. I have to say, today's one of those unusual days, rare days, when it really actually has been a pleasure to be in the European Parliament in Brussels.
Dosavadního typu evropské integrace, ani potlačování role členských států pod heslem nové